It's always awesome to have FanFest because really, I feel like FanFest is the official kickoff to the season.
Yeah,
they like you.
There you go.
I don't know why. Why do you guys like this dude? Because he just throws heat and he has an attitude on the mound. And don't ever give him a microphone. Ever. I'm a little nervous about this, to be honest with you, although it's early and this is a family program, right? We have kids in the audience. Remember that, all right? All right, Walker, it's good to see you always. We're getting ready to head down to spring training again. Last night, though, you had an opportunity to go to a comedy show. It's good for you guys to be able to have a breather. What has this offseason been like for you?
Yeah, it's been good, obviously. Went home a little earlier than we would have liked, and but good parts to that. Obviously got to go home and do my charity event, which was fun, and Rich Hill came out and had some guys out there with us, so we had a good time with that, and then just getting back into the swing of things.
You're talking about home and your charity event. It looked a little cold out there for your charity event.
It's not LA, but
right. So what is that like though when you're there? The off-season workout is just all indoors, and then when you come out here and you see these beautiful people in this sun, does it make you think twice? Why aren't you out here?
This is true. There's always a little bit of envy, but no, I love it back here in Kentucky, and no, it is good to be back out here though.
I think you have probably the coolest nickname in the show, the Butane. How'd that come about?
It's just butane.
I say the butane. I'm sorry. The butane. How'd that come about?
The first guy to call me that was Hergy when we were in AAA. He was our pitching coach, and that's what he always used to call down and tell me to get warmed up. So I think it kind of stuck with me, and then I've kind of pushed it on everyone else.
But you do have it. I mean, you throw heat, and you're a guy that absolutely can transition from pitch to pitch and in game, which is not necessarily something a lot of pitchers can do. Oftentimes, if you want to work on something, you change it in your side session or in video or whatever. What do you think it is about you that if you think of something, you're going to do it while you're actually pitching, trying to get those outs?
Yeah, I mean, pitching to some of these guys, you know, like Nomar when he was playing, some of these guys are a little scared.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about Jerry. I get it. Oh, did I say? Oh, I didn't see you there.
You know your microphone's on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Continue.
No, some of these guys are a little scary, so you gotta, change some stuff up, and I've always been like that. I don't know why or how it started, but no, it's fun for me and kind of keeps me engaged, I guess.
Well, you go out there, you have another successful season. What are your thoughts, or what are your things you've been working on this off season to carry into this upcoming season?
Yeah, just trying to. For me right now.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that.
No, the big thing for me is just trying to stay healthy and get back to where I need to be. Obviously, last year I had kind of a abbreviated spring training, and kind of affected me the first month or so. So, big thing for me is just trying to have a full spring and get going again.
You know, Walker, you did something last year that I never got an opportunity to do in my big league career. I'm not talking about throwing 100 miles an hour, having a devastating curveball, but you walk up to the plate in St. Louis.
Yep.
You looked very hitterish.
Yep.
You got I believe it was a fastball, outer third. You were able to drive it over the right field wall. I hit a lot of big league home runs in my career. And
You really didn't hit a lot.
Some in Legends
What
games.
constitutes a lot? Time out. Oh, sorry.
But I never got an opportunity to hit an opposite field home run. Was that a pretty good feeling?
It was 104 off the bat, by the way.
When Jerry and I played, they didn't keep that kind of
So did the
stat.
pitch provide the power, or did you provide the power?
Well, the pitch was 92.
Oh, okay.
So
104 off the bat.
yeah,
Okay.
plus 12. I added 12.
Okay, great.
Plus 12.
No, it was obviously a good thing. I gave up 4 runs the next inning.
We're not talking about that, though.
Yeah. Nobody remembers.
Yeah. No, that was a pretty cool deal for me, obviously.
Better home run.
See?
The opposite field one that you did, or Hyunjin Ryu's?
Ruse.
Yeah?
Ruse,
Why?
100%.
How fun was that?
Well, Rue has a lot of pop. And we've seen that for a long time.
But
in
he's
batting
not the
practice,
most swift on his feet.
Yeah, I don't know if he ever hit a ball hard in a game until then, which I think made it even better.
You going to miss him?
For sure.
I'm not over it, Alana.
No, you're not over it?
I'm not
I
over
know, we're
it.
not over it either. It's okay. It happens. Free agency. It's what happens. You played for 117 teams. You should know.
You know, Alana, we've been teammates now.
We have.
This
We've been
is our
teammates for
7th year.
This is our seventh year. Our
doing it,
7th year
and
together.
It never ends, people. It doesn't. It's constant. They pick on me all the time, Walker. And
All right.
I hate it.
16 years in the show for him. We know what Nomar was able to accomplish. 117 million times All-Star, batting title.
Should be Hall of Famer.
Should be Hall of Famer. Should be Hall of Famer. How have you grown in the time that you've been in the league? Because it's one thing to make the show. It's a whole other thing entirely to stay here.
Yeah, I mean, I think getting comfortable here is something that's really difficult to do. It takes a long time. I think you have to be successful enough to let yourself get comfortable here. Obviously, last spring, you and I talked, and my big thing was trying to make the team, and I still have that kind of mindset. But having the confidence now that I've had two good years and can move forward with that, I think for sure helps, and just keep building on that, I think is the big thing for me.
Well, there's a difference between comfortable and then complacent, right? Obviously. And then you have guys, veteran guys, who have done it for a long time. We were talking about, I always say, it's a lot easier to climb the mountain, but it's also harder to stay at that mountain. And you have a guy like Clayton Kershaw, who's been at the top of that mountain for a long time. Is that somebody you can definitely pick his brain now that the success that you're having so far in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost impossible to be complacent with that guy in our locker room, and I think his value in there is kind of undersold. Obviously, we've got a lot of talent and a lot of young guys that can contribute, but having him around doesn't hurt.